out in about 6 minutes. And where is this data? Sometimes they just like they hide it on News Squawk. Like I'm looking for it. I want to see the pre-numbers, if you will. I get shit all. These non-farm payrolls, I don't really love to trade them. If there's like really obvious opportunity, that's fine. But I'm not like the biggest fan of trading these non-farms realistically. Hey, a little erratic here. Maybe there's really good opportunity into some of these key areas. But the main headline figure, non-farm payrolls, the number 185,000 is expected. The prior is 216,000. The U.S. average earnings year over year, 4.1% expected, prior 4.1%. U.S. unemployment rate 3.8% versus 3.7%. We came into an all-time high yesterday based on earnings. We'll talk a bit more about that once these non-farms are over, give some news from that earnings report that came out. But we're kind of hovering around these highs. Actually made a new all-time high just recently. And with the NASDAQ, right, this is what I mentioned in Discord last night and in my daily review, that we're at that 630, 640 area on NASDAQ, which is the region where I expect to see some kind of a pullback. On the S&P into new highs, realistically, I was looking to see if they could hold that 57 area to the downside and pull it back a smidge. So far, the NASDAQ's doing better, realistically, in terms of pulling back on this. So I like that. I like that pullback on the NASDAQ, see if we can come down into like maybe like the 520-ish area. Well, let's start at the 580, 570, maybe reload some longs there if it's going to be one of those runaway days. I am setting up for a bullish continuation. I don't want to look at this and be like, oh, let's just continuously fade all-time highs. Doesn't seem like the best use of time and resources, in my opinion. A lot of people, yesterday even on this news on earnings, just continuously fading as this thing rocketed higher. It's Friday as well. I think what happens is some people kind of get surprised. The overnight session, like minimal to zero pullback off that like 57. We trade like 51s into the lows. I think a lot of people are going to get excited and start buying off this open if the non-farms don't really move it. And then we get that pullback to get better longs in realistically, and then we kind of run this thing higher. Or we just start bidding off the open. But I'd be more inclined to look for some kind of pullback to get new and better longs back on board. Just a thought. Non-farms coming out in 2.5 minutes here. I'm just gonna wait for this non-farm report. I think if I gave myself some kind of probability figure, realistically, probably like 15% chance that, or let's say 20% chance that I actually trade this. I don't see this as like a very high opportunity event. It becomes like more volatile and choppy. The figure could literally do anything, right? Positive or negative, beat or miss, right? Depends on how the Fed views, or the market views that the Fed views it, and the monetary policy outcome that come from this data figure. Remember, we still have CPI, PPI. We have inflation figures before the next Fed event in March. That is now pricing in about like 30% chance of a rate cut, right? The first of the expected rate cut, let's call it. FOMC. Now, if you have any questions, good morning, people. Where Fatty is. Let me just promote Fatty over here.
So just 1 minute now on non-farm payrolls. I'll leave with the headline, and again, that's expected at 180,000 according to Reuters. I'll then move on to the unemployment rate, and revision to the headline. I'll then move on to the earnings components. That's the month-to-month, year-over-year, and the work week hours. The labour force participation rate. I'll then cover the private manufacturing.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
The 2-month revision, birth death adjustment, and then I'll cover the payrolls benchmark revisions.
Is it 30 seconds? There's about 36% chance that rates stay that they cut rates in March.
$353,000. That's $353,000 for the headline. That's a huge beat there for non-farm payrolls.
Huge beat on the non-farm payrolls. Market's pulling back
below the expected of 3.8, and then the month revision. That's 333,000 up for the prior 216.
Nice. Nasdaq pulled off that 640 area.
6 above expected 0.3. Year-over-year 4.5 above expected 4.1. Workweek hours 34.1 below expected 34.3.
This could be the pullback, like the larger pullback to hold this thing out. That was a massive beat. It's like 2x pretty much of the expected.
Manufacturing 23,000 above expected 5,000. Government, that's 36,000 against previous advised at 55,000.
I'll let this thing settle down. I'd want to see it into that low 30 realistically if I'm going to see this thing continue. Nasdaq just off that 630, 640, that was freaking beautiful. It's down like 100 points right now. S&P didn't really behave as well. Wow, nice movement to the downside.
For the 2-month revision, that's plus 126,000.
Trades into this like lower 30, mid 30 barrier. This is where I want to get active to bid this thing back up. Like I would have liked between 30 and 33, but I guess this market had other plans, right? Just shot off that 35, 34, literally low tick. Ay.
So just in terms of market pricing, so in terms of March, only around 5 basis points of easing's been priced in. That's compared to around about 8.6 pre-release. May, that's now priced at around
that pullback was kind of a gift. So Nasdaq trades into that 520 as well.
28 basis points of easing, it seemed by
pops up very aggressively. I'm kind of just looking to see if they can actually pull it back and sustain some of the area a bit better. Josh asking if I use a footprint. Sometimes, right? It's on the other screen, but this visual, I don't really look at the footprint too much.
So we have seen immediate downside in treasuries. Equities have seen down ticks, but ultimately still firm on session thanks to some of the large cap tech earnings that we saw after hours yesterday. Then we've also seen immediate support for the dollar around the 103.50 mark, which has been a key focal point for the dollar index in recent trading sessions.
I haven't done anything off this non-farm. Right, I just have some Nasdaq from yesterday. I like to be a buyer into like the lower mid 30s, honestly. I like how this thing pulled off like 30 points off that high. Allows these guys to come in, I think, buying at lower prices, better prices, more interest on the buy side. This thing popped faster than I could even blink, honestly, off that 34, but But tomato. Oh, wait. I don't really need this news guy anymore. They want to just shut him up. That was all the info I need. Not that it really mattered that much, but... Fetty, what's up, you long?
Hey Vic, yeah, I'm long. I'm trying the small long here, 38. I don't know if it pulls back all the way down into the low 30s. It's kind of holding this area for now, so just giving it a shot.
I don't mind waiting. Like, if it holds is great. But damn, I like it lower, man.
Yeah.
Today's non-farm payrolls. So, for those asking why am I trading early? The low 30 area, I'll go through these like plans and trade breakdowns after I go through some of this news, but the reason why I like that low 30, remember, there's so much volume that creates a barrier there. Distribution highs, prior volume areas, single prints, trap traders on the 30 last time around. Where was it? This day, whatever day this was. The 31st, the Fed day, right? Trapped longs at 30, right? Re-offers into the 29s. There's so much clustering of order flow and information into that, like, lower 30 area that I like. So I'm kind of just, I don't know, like between 34 and 30, it's a wider area, but it's interesting to me. Yeah, layoffs in tech, job numbers coming in hot. Some of these job numbers that are added, like, you gotta see what sectors are added, and also, like, there's a lot of those, like, birth death adjustments as well. Yeah, a hot number, theoretically, in this market condition, this monetary policy is theoretically bad for the market, right? When the job market's running hot, right, it puts some pressure on inflation, which makes sense as to why this thing dumped decently aggressively. I haven't opened a new trade on this. I think Fatty's long like that 38 or.
What trade did you have? Pre-market or overnight?
Yesterday I had I guess like the overnight session. I tried the ES at like 57 short. It went down to like 51, 52. Nasdaq at 635ish or whatever. Which actually, that was like pretty much the high almost on
this.
this.
100 point lower.
Yeah. The ES really didn't do much. Like I took profit on like one and then got stopped out on like the rest of them around like -1 point or something each.
Nice.
So what I was like that's, I don't know. I give like extended hours trading plans and then also the breakdowns of like the trades in a video at the end of every session. It's kind of what I came up with. We're long at that 38's doing pretty good. Like we traded down. We didn't make a new low.
Like when it's volatile, I use the 5-point stop and kind of like leverage in. So I added a little bit around 36 and got a good average. It's a matter if it's gonna go or it's gonna retest the low 30s. And that's what we don't know. I'm gonna trim this position now.
Pretty decent run.
Take 2 off. Yeah, take 2 off.
I don't really trade these non-firms anymore. They're a little wonky.
They're not like, honestly, they're not like super opportunistic. I don't know, like that's the right word to say it. Yeah.
This one wasn't that bad, honestly. I guess I got like stubborn.
The number, the number was like 2x, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was a little stubborn on that. Like I don't know. Didn't really thrill me. If that was the only pullback we get before this thing just continues to this guys, it's going to be kind of disappointing for me.
Let's go.
Holy shit, 10 points alone.
Let's go, yeah. What's a pivotal area for a short, you see, Vic? Well, that's
Like all-time highs.
that's a good point.
I don't want to short this, man. I was trying to get along. I want to get along like a little lower than the 38, but like, I guess that's not gonna happen.
That feeling? And I'm not gonna quit. I'll do whatever.
This is pulling down too hard. I think gonna hit fake to the upside. They're probably gonna trade those low 30s, Vic.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's kind of what I only care about here. See if we can just continue this leg today or not. Jeez, this is what it's all about. This is living the dream. Not doing shit all, just waiting. I was short one left on NAS from the overnight. This column on the left is delta, is delta. Buyers minus sellers, market buyers minus market sellers. My god. There's a lot of volume developing down to this, Fatty's mythical 38. You pulled the number out of your ass, man. Magic.
How weird.
I need magic numbers.
I think I got you.
That was good. I like that
Where's
magic
my
number. I was like 38. What the hell is he buying? And I was like, oh damn, that was good.
Really, it was just like popping up of this area, at the beginning. Then I was like, oh, okay, I don't know if it'll come down all the way down into the low tick from prior, I think it was 36. So it's like, okay, it's a couple of points higher, let's layer in. It's more confidence in the approach that as long as I get the region right, if it pops from here, I'll be good. So the region is either mid 30s, high 30s, or low 30s, the one that you're looking for.
Yeah, I get it. It gets too wide for me though.
A big tick hit. I get it because the size of the stops. The thing is I'm mostly now on micros, and I layer in with a wider stop, and it's just that helps my win rate overall. And you're trying to get in with a 3-point stop, so you're looking for the safer entry. So it's just two.
Yeah, I have two options in that case. If the area is super wide and I like it, the area that I liked is under 34 realistically, and even if it's 3-4 points, it's still harder for me to get in. I need to pinpoint it, so I might shoot it twice or just might spread it out with micros.
Yeah. That's exactly my thought process too, is that I'm gonna shoot it twice. Once pretty much from 36, 38 all the way down into those mid 30s with a 5-point stop, and I'll shoot it one time below that, and that's it. But bro, honestly, if you're short NASDAQ with one lot, you don't need to treat the ES.
Yeah, I know. Well, I shorted the ES2 last night, or I guess this morning, whatever it was. Took profit on one. The rest of them got stopped out for. I think it was -2 on each of the other lots, but that's totally fine. I just want to be I want to get long into this market somewhere. NASDAQ came down to that 510 area, 520. I want to see the S&P a little lower. I don't think they're gonna hold too much of the downside, realistically.
I think honestly now we'll go visit those low 30s region. I don't think it's not looking like it's gonna hold. I don't know. I think we'll go see those low 30s before we make a push upside. No, David, I'm not anymore. Okay, on the way up and 2 stopped at break even pretty much. Sorry, I just seen that. I'll look to requalify the long lower. There we go. 34 region. Vic's been waiting all day for this.
Yeah, watch it go to like 24 in like 2 seconds. Like shit. A stop hit.
There's 400 to try to bid, and like they completely got down there. That looks to be more selling.
Yeah, dump it lower, man. Like, I'm pretty interested to see what happens at that 30 because I got really trapped the prior day. The FOMC day, they got trapped on the long side there. They like opened it up. If there's like a rebid from there, I think it becomes a decent level finally. Freaking getting into this area. Like 200s, 300s. 400s trying to sell into this. Let's see here. This is the 30. No one buying just yet, right? So it's like, oh jeez, excuse me. It's auto disqualifying itself. Nasdaq absolutely nuked. Not a single bid shows up.
Nope. No.
So I don't just randomly buy this
They're
knife.
not buying. Yeah, exactly. This is a big thing. That's why like qualification at the level is your main like way to keep your win rate high, because it's not just about the level, it's about how price reacts, and right now there's no upside reaction to this price. It's just dumping. This isn't a good buy moment.
The,
We're looking for a big bid that managed to push price up, kind of like that. Like there's 400 and like 300 between 28 quarter and 27 3/4 on the bid. But see, when it re-offers into it, like it kind of just continues and it keeps ticking down. You want to see an area that holds at least a couple of times before you get long.
Just can't believe these dickheads made a new high on the ES like before they dump this. Are you freaking kidding me? This is what I was looking at last night. Like under the 57 to reoffer on the ES for the Nasdaq 640, 630 to fade it down. ES didn't really do its part. I think it traded 64 before it started dumping like this. They're starting to buy this area here, like. I kind of want to.
You don't like the long bit?
No, I do, but like shit, where am I gonna? I don't know. I'm gonna bid this like 29. It's kind of like a. I'm just kind of just like shooting it at this point. This is getting like a little kind of slippy on this. Like they bid this like 28.75, and then I don't know. The bid's not like super heavy. Like the next area becomes like 21ish if I get taken out on this.
Great trade, Vic. Very well.
Yeah, it's up like
Thank
2
you,
points.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We'll get more.
it's got a lot of
think-
bidding to do.
Tell Jimmy to get to work.
Jimmy, bro, wake up. We need you on Friday, man. I'm sorry.
That big negative delta. Oh, it's not that big actually. I thought it was
It's just big because no one traded there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just new. It looks big, like visually.
Push through. Long two.
Someone holding the offer getting trapped at that 32.
Yeah. Offer crept in from what looked to be a big negative delta.
Yeah,
It really wasn't.
it did look like it. They got kind of trapped at that 32 buy side. Like they were hammering some market buys and they got rejected like that. Like shit. It's a good area, but
You want to see the bid try to sustain here from 28-29. Otherwise, price is gonna downtick below that area, and it's probably better just to scratch at that point and wait for a re-entry. You want to see them defend the area that they bought initially here. And it's not really doing that. Look, no.
yeah, I might get stopped on this. Well, I should have just bid it up off this open. When's the open? Like, not even 30 minutes. I don't love how they kind of broke that 30 that easily. Yeah, I need to stop on this. I'm out of this. Shit. I don't know, I kind of liked it. I don't want to keep buying it like every frickin' dip. If these guys start bidding it right now again at this 27, that's going to be a pain in my ass, but like there's an area closer to that low 20. Ugh, shit, are they going to make me buy it again? This is going to be like... Get it, come on, buy it again. I don't know if I get filled though. These bastards. That was a freaking head fake lower. Dude, I want to buy this again. Fuck. If this thing starts going and revisits 32, that's gonna be annoying as hell. These bastards are gonna go bid, aren't they? Oh my god.
You didn't get any.
No. You're starting to buy that 28. I don't know why I was filling 29. Maybe if I filled 28, I could have like held into this a bit longer. Let's see. The bid's not like, it's not, oh my neck. It's not extending that well. But I think like once this thing starts opening, you're just gonna go like turbo bid. This 28 is looking, resonating with me very well. It doesn't really hold a bid that well. You can see, okay, like on this DOM, they're not, like the numbers aren't that big realistically, but like they start clustering deltas. You start, like you really need to get above that 34 to let this thing fly. Like, looking at this, I might flip long on Nas, right? Nas had a chance. What was the low of this shit? Like 480? Pretty key area. The 483. Up 120 points on this last NASDAQ contract. Hey.
Nice. That's great.
Can't believe this shit low ticked me like that. Not low tick, but like almost. My stops were like 26s. Low tick was like 27 3/4. Sons of bitches.
You're running a 3-point stop?
Yeah. Why are you surprised? What was I supposed to be doing?
No, I'm asking. No, because like sometimes you do the micros and you widen as well, right? So.
Oh yeah, fair.
Like I know when you go minis, you use the 3, and when you use micros, you widen things up.
Oh my god, Daniel literally got low ticked. This 28 looks appetizing. They bid it a decent bit, but like, what I don't like about this is that every time you make like a pop into like 32, 34, they kind of get stuck on the long side. Actually, oh no, my god. One of my stops was a low tick. What the fuck? Or no, one tick above the low tick. 26. Market's rigged. Market's rigged. It's against me. Nah, I still like the longs though. Like a few minutes, I'll break down the full plan that I have scheming today. How I want to approach this market. I might do some options too. Some of the stuff with like the big tech earnings. There's this nonsense. Like you look at Amazon. Amazon's still up very heavily after its earnings period. I think Apple's the only one down out of those big names that reported yesterday. Like Apple's still down under 180, one now. Meta up gargantuanly into new all-time highs. Kind of these big tech guys just propping this market up. What was that guy saying on the stream? ICT. They're watching my one lot stops. I got stopped at a low. That's bullshit, but that's the way of the game. Sometimes I like to run a hard stop. We are we are trading under like 30, 32 right now, but for this to like really accept, I think the next distribution lower, I think we'd have to trade closer to that like 20-ish to get like a real acceptance. Right now, they're holding bid at this like 28 area. Not really getting too far, but if I start flipping a little more bearish biased on this. Like I think it'd have to go lower than this. Like the sell side's kind of weak. We're coming into the open right now, like 15 minutes into the open. Not like I had that one trade, but I got in a little too soon. I don't necessarily want to get super active leading into this. Where's Nas? Nas trading into the 90s. 490. What did this trade? I don't think I was paying attention. Oh my god. It's like 13 minutes in the open. I think I'm just gonna hold off.
Yeah, same here.
Just decent bit of volume building into this though. Or I chance it and I just leave some limits kind of spread out like this. Alright, if I spread them out like that, maybe like this or something. And then I just go like this. And I have like stops like one tick below the lows. I don't like that much. Maybe I do something like this. I don't know. Buy like the same area twice like an idiot.
Like a professional.
Like an idiot.
You know how many of my trades I do twice? Almost most of them. No,
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
well,
And sometimes, like, I get a decent area, and I just keep playing it off it, like, until it breaks. And those are really good, especially if you got an area that held for, like, 4 or 5 pops of, like, 5-6 point each. You tighten your stops, and, you know, basically every time it does this trip, I'm making money off it. I love this, like, not excessively doing it, and not doing it when you're not supposed to are two things you have to learn. But like the thing is, like most of the time, I feel like your whole objective is just to find the decent level there's holding and play off it. I don't know which time this level is gonna give 20 points. I don't know which time it's like gonna give like 30. I know that for the time being, it did 2 bounces, 2-3 bounces of like 5-6 point each. That's what you're getting. $10 minutes into the open, we still have some time.
yeah, holy shit.
Damn, Vic, we ran the whole thing through.
I know.
You didn't need to do YouTube or anything.
Well, I'm just streaming on YouTube, so.
Okay.
This NAS, I'm honestly like considering closing and reversing NAS somewhere here.
This NAS is making me jealous. They have 100 points more.
Yeah, this long on the ES looks like
trade.
peanuts.
Oh.
That $450 loss on ES in a matter of fucking seconds. Well, I tried to run up, but like that when they got trapped at like 32 on that, it's pretty over for me. Yeah, I'm considering long NAS into that like 480 area, 485. I only traded there kind of once though. Oh my god. Open 7 minutes until the open. Kenneth, I hope I'm awake. It's like 4:30 here. Yeah, volume accumulation is low, but damn, these buyers really dried up the second I decided it's time to start buying this. These guys gotta get through this 34, otherwise this market's it's gonna probably pull back a little more. They just keep getting freaking trapped into that 33, 34.
Let's hope they're not trapped this time. I tried it as well. Find this long.
Jeez.
Can you please just give me initial profits?
You're asking for too much.
Yes. This is the second time that we run into a trade where it bounces up 3 or 4 points higher and it gets slammed back down and makes a new low. You know, that's not good. The continuation is more like unfolding so far, at least on the short side. So it makes me believe that, hey, maybe I shouldn't be too hopeful on longs if they fail to hold here. I mean.
There's a lot of volume that's accumulating into this low. The market opens in 1 minute. Oof, being this close to an entry, price being this close to an entry into an open, not necessarily the number one spot I'd rather be, you know?
Yeah.
Fuckers.
We don't necessarily, that doesn't necessarily happen too. Like, I hardly like have a trade open like into the open. But look, hey, look at that. Come on, make another push.
Freddy, stop talking. It hears you. It's listening. It knows. Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Oh, you fuck. 1 second. Shit. There you go.
Perfect.
Holy shit. I might take one more off here. Just to know I have one more off, leaving one on. This is what I wanted to see. Now just go infinite bid off this open. Fuck. Thank you.
Great trade. Great trade. You guys get along? Anybody try it? I'm curious. In the room. Who's long, who's short? Awesome, Brian. It's on, everyone.
That's it. Now, we just pray this thing continues back into new all-time highs and we're good to go. It's gotta accept, like, in these blocks over here, you can see, like, where all this, like, large delta has been accumulated. Well, quote-unquote large delta. That's what you were talking about earlier too. Like, you were asking me if I was just like spreading this out with the micros. I did it this time because I was like, shit, if I get stopped out on this, at least I'll be spread like a shitload of areas on the micros. Like, I bought from like 28 down into like 20, or I tried to buy down to like 25.
Yeah, yeah.
The last lot, like, I'm okay if it pulls back down. Like, they're not going super strong on this bid, honestly.
Yeah. It goes like, it's like pops up 10 points, then it sells right back down, almost hammers a new low. At least that's what it did around like 36 to 38.
Yeah.
And now, like, if it does this now, here, bring it back all the way to 28, and 28 fails to hold, then I'd really be skeptical on the long side, honestly. You know, maybe slow down buying the dip. Great.
Yeah, okay, I got pulled back on that last one.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that.
And give us some other, I guess.
I was promised the Friday rally.
Alright, bro, I'll give it to you soon.
Hey, please, Habibi, hurry up.
There's a decent...
my camel around the premise.
Oh, shit. There's a decent offer that's trying to come in right now, but like, all in all, I think they're still trying to hold this. I got... What do I got some longs on these micros.
Janet Yellen has retired, and it is now Alan Greenman instead of Alan Greenspan. Going back in time. What's up,
like, putting custom names on. It's like, get some up in the morning. Who am I gonna be today?
It's fun. Change your identity. Be careful, tomorrow it might be Fady, and then you have to choose one.
Oh shit, I'll be George.
Oh no, you're in a world of trouble, bro. Why would you do that? Don't you think I'm picking another one? Why would you go?
I'm looking for these longs, honestly, still. Like, I don't think this thing gets offered.
I still have a piece. You still have, like, the micros running?
Yeah, I got the micros running, but, like, on this mini, like, kind of pulled back, like, pretty much, like, low tick that last contract I had on, and then just started ripping.
Just with the minis, too, it's, like, it's so hard to just leave, like, a very, like, loose stop, you know, because, like, it's worth so much, you don't want to give back. So, yeah, the thing is, like, with the micros, it's easier to let the stops break even.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Guys, maybe I don't deserve one for being late, but quick recap. What happened to the market during NFP? Rip?
Pulled back about 30 handles.
Oh. So that was an overnight rip and then pulled back at the NFP?
Well, it ripped on earnings last night, and then...
Oh, right. pulled back, so there was probably a better jobs report,
Yeah.
and that was bad news. Good news is bad news.
Naturally.
It's kind of like a kid saying, "Mom, I got a crazy new job at this bank, and I'm doing so good in my career." And then your mom says, "Okay, when you're moving out." Basically, what happened. Don't worry, guys. The analogies are gonna get better. So, Vicky, you're looking for a long now?
Yeah, I want to be long this market. Right. Well, I'm long like a bit. I'm long NAS. I'm long micros. I want to get long the ES.
Say you're short?
No, I'm long too, bro. I'm long from the same area. Me and Vic pretty much did the same 2 trades around 28s for the long, and yeah, it kept going to the upside. He just tightened the stops
on the last
so that
one.
He got taken out on the last one on the pullback. Mine is still like I have some risk exposure.
You and Vic have been trading so long, you guys have synced up your menstrual cycle as well, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, let's not be in a goof. I'm gonna look for a trade too. I feel a little bit late, so I'm gonna just give it some time and observe. NFPs are tough days. Like, if you just get on the open of the US at like 9:30, you've kind of missed almost the entire day now.
They're generally not that, like, they're not what they used to be. I don't really trade them that much.
Really? Okay, yeah. That's good to know. Inflation's probably taking over as an important report, right?
Yeah, you got like CPI in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, this is gonna fucking go. Jeez, I want to get along somewhere, man. Nas is ripping here. S&P's about to go bid. This thing's going like market. Buy. I don't know if I can get along like 30. I'll risk a bit here. Like 30-31, probably 30. A decent bid. Like Nas is up 60 points right now. I think they're gonna there's gonna be a decent bid on this, these bastards. No, distracted on that. I don't know. I feel like I could have got along that like 30.
I'm feeling tight now.
Are you long?
They gamble it. But yeah, bro, I told you I didn't tighten as much as
you
did on them.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah. I still have.
Okay. Well, micros take me to Valhalla and riches. We're rich off micros, baby. I don't think I'm gonna give this film.
What's wrong with micros? If you have a good win rate and you trade a big lot of them, decent volume, they're not bad.
No, they're not. Really? Make like $500-600 a day on micros, but like fuck that. At 31.30 on the ES, man, it was staring at me right in the eye. This thing's going market, but I can't necessarily complain realistically because I'm long Nasdaq. It's up 80 points right now, so it's up like $1,600 a point. But I mean a contract. But I wanted to be long everything. Brian, did you get the Nasdaq long? Nice. I know Brian's on the Nasdaq. Average 43. Okay. Wait, what? 43. What are you talking about?
Look, 36 second time it sells off. Honestly, man, like this sell side is. I'm out now. Got one lot. Item. Are you still trying to buy low 30s, Vic?
Yeah, man, I do want to buy it, dude, but like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get it. This thing just like slow and dinky, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wait, Brian, I don't understand. Average. What's the average? Oh shit, that's high. I didn't really go through a game plan today, honestly. I just started trading. Well, it's the same game plan as yesterday, as last night that I posted. You know, distribution block top, low 30 over here, shitload of volume pre-market at the lows. That's why I was buying it down there. Got stopped once, took it again. Up a decent bit on the minis from that second move, like nine points. Well, actually, the first one I took out at like 8, the second one I took out around 9, so 17, and then about 20 points, so up like $600 on minis after that loss. But this is the top of the distribution, a lot of volume trades here. Prior big volume areas, trap traders on the long side, prior days, opened up that rebid on yesterday's session after they got trapped on the 31st. So in and around 28, 29, 30-ish, low 30, there's decent structural buyers there, just like the 480 on the Nasdaq. Lows on the Nasdaq today, that 480 is what I was bitching about the whole day pretty much. Lows 465-ish. Right, take like 15 points of heat. This thing's up now almost 90. This S&P though, like I wanted to get long that 30-31.
Did it give a chance?
Nah.
Yeah.
Like I still have a portion of the MES position left here from that 27 area, 38. These guys still going 39 here. Like if I left my stop at break even, honestly, I would have still stayed in this one last lot on the ES, but look at Naz. Naz is
Yes, too, bro. Ooh.
You're not long this shit. I was trading 41s.
No, I'm not. I got taken out. Tiring too much. Holy.
I'm still long a few MES. 3. I have like $250 total. I'm trading 42s now. So I like scattering these. I buy like 15 micros. At like a 3-point area when I'm like, I don't know exactly where the level is. And then instead of getting stopped on the ES like 3 times, I'll wait for like the best one of the entries and then I'll buy the ES. Naz is zipping hard too. Eddie asked, what time do I usually start trading futures? I'm in NY. I live in Europe, so I trade futures like EU times and like the US Open times generally. Like a lot of the US session, but like also the EU session. When does a price level fail for me? Honestly, if it's in the vicinity, if it's not like 6, 7 or more points away, then it's still valid. Couldn't get long again that stupid ES though. I got a little distracted, I think, but there was very, very high probability this was going up. They just kept buying this, like constant bidding, sellers getting trapped. It was just a matter of like, fuck, where do I get in? I should just market it in. I just cut one more here into this right before this larger passive order. I'll leave just 2 little baby micros. Oops. See if we can trade a new all-time high, but this is it. Friday long day. Let me know if you're still long. Just keep freaking buying this shit. I kind of wasted that opportunity on some of this.
I was about to buy it, and I'm like, it's a little bit rich. Let me see if I can get like even a slight pullback. That was a 38.5. So
yeah, 38.5 was a little rich, honestly. I was looking to buy it at like 33, man. I feel like I just got distracted.
Yeah. Did you trade NFP?
I bought it twice. I got stopped at a fucking low tick on the first trade, so I got kind of pissed off. Then I bought it again. But the second time it was good, and like it ran well, but I couldn't hold on to the last runner as I wanted to, so now I'm holding like whatever I've left of these micros because I bought them as well. I'm long Nasdaq.
You just burned out some energy capital, you know, like
yeah,
mental capital got burned a little.
It was a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
NFP days are hard. Not getting people to sympathize with you too much, but you know, you gotta like do notes and do rooms and do links and stuff, and then also trade. It's just
yeah, I think I jumped the gun on that first long, which is totally fine. I don't know. I'm more salty that I missed this last long because it was everything was just propping up for this buy, and then I have just like a few little micros running on this, which is like fine, I guess. You know, thing ran like 20 points.
look
I
at
can't
it
really
this way. In
complain.
just like 3 hours, you can go to the bar and drink your sorrows away because you're in Europe. You know?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I know.
I have a car coming for me at 8 p.m.
That's not even a trade. That's a guarantee.
That's like a 1-year GIC.
is probability.
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed 5% 1-year GIC. You're getting the money.
Yeah. Vic, watch futures like the Fed.
Exactly.
Gonna drink
Probability. Nah, I
100%.
think I'm not gonna drink. We're just going out to do like some activities and stuff, dinner.
God, those are the worst. That's what ends up getting the sloppiest.
I know. Shit.
When you go, I'm only gonna go for one. Let's just have a light evening.
Well,
Those fun nights.
you're right. You're right. But I hope that you're wrong. That's all I can say.
Yeah, nice pullback.
Yeah, I'll buy it again until the low 30s. Fuck it. If it trades down.
What level for you kind of takes you off the long and invalidate to like 20?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see it back into the lows, honestly. Like, if you start breaking under 30, 31, I start to get skeptical of these longs.
Yeah, and the open's at 32.75 too, so can't hold that. I don't know. Let's see. I'm definitely not as excited now to buy it as before, but I might give it a little shot. No, baby trade. Brandon, every time it goes in your direction, you're always going to be pissed off you didn't put more on, you know? Should have done more.
What am I gonna do? Move this. I want to pay attention to this mini's dumb. I want to watch, like, if I'm trying to identify something, like the delta on this thing isn't very big anywhere. And by big I mean like 1,000 plus. So I gotta identify as to where they actually started the bid, which is close to 31, 32, I would say. Let's see. These guys held out that 44 pretty well, like a one-touch bounce re-offered. Not that I'm trying to be bearish on the session with. These areas in between, they don't look like
no attractive trades for the longs so far, honestly. What are you gonna do by 36?
I don't. There's no like, even from like a flow perspective, you know, like
yeah, flow's not
like someone like, okay, I guess like 34 they buy like 400 there. Everything else kind of looks like shit. Like ugh.
Probably gonna go look.
And I quit. This trading thing's so stupid. I suck at it. Oh, sorry, I'm not on mute. You guys ever vent your frustrations accidentally? And then you are unmuted?
No, I just swear and say it.
You just swear on open mic.
Yeah. We usually just let the frustration out like right away.
They just deserve
Let
to
him
hear.
have it raw, man. Whatever. That's part of the business.
They deserve to hear.
Missed that long too, man. Talk myself out of it. So I'm probably not gonna do anything today. I don't need to, just because I'm at the computer. But I feel like I'm just a few ticks late, and then I lose my confidence. And then by the time I decide, okay, you know what, I'll pay up a little bit, even a few ticks higher. It takes off. So good sign. I'm just not into it today.
I think this day is not. I don't know. Some of these levels, they'll one touch bounce. I see someone bidding it, then it's like up like 3 handles, and I'm like, okay, well. Like I wouldn't have mind.
There's not much follow through, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't have mind along at that 32, 31 area, but I think the lowest we just traded was like in the 35s, if I'm not mistaken. $34.5, whatever. Someone got stuck.
Wow, look, Daniel's calling me George today. What's wrong with you, Daniel? Are you sick? Wasn't it fake Vic?
No, there was someone else.
Oh, that was someone else? Oh,
yeah.
My bad, Daniel. Yeah, for that prop thing, it's funny. I had that conversation, man. Like, there was a ruling against a company in the U.S. by the FTC. I forget what the guy's name is, but he was on YouTube. And they ruled that even though you're trading in a simulator, you could still market it as prop trading. So what a lot of companies now do, they make you trade in sim until you hit a certain profit target. And then the payout is like the first 5K it's payout, then they'll pay that out of pocket and put you in the real account because most people don't get there. It's wild. We should have just ran that flex a long time ago, Vicky. Sure, it seemed like a Ponzi, but FTC doesn't agree anymore.
Late in the game.
Yeah.
You're getting a little trapped again at this 44. I don't really. I'm honestly going to look at some options to get long and just buy some time and leave these things to run. Like Meta's, what is Apple doing? Apple's trying to revive itself. Amazon's fairly stable. These are 30-minute charts, though. Let me take a look at some of these options chains. And while I wait, if this thing ever wants to pull back.
I actually know the stats of funded traders at Top Step for last year, and tell you the most of the revenue is on reset fees. It isn't paying out or funding. But with a good base like TradePro, you guys should be able to qualify. Like we've had a lot of Trade Pros qualify for that, at least when I was here more actively.
Do we have that Top Step affiliate still, or no?
Are we?
No, I'm asking. Yeah, no, I'm asking.
Yeah, we are. We have like a few videos with the links and stuff, but we're not pressing it like actively in every video. And they do send us materials and all that, but it's kind of more of a passive play for whoever wants it. You know, like if you are going to go that route, like obviously, you know, Top Step is one of the bigger ones, but like I know the number of people funded, and it's in the whole year, and it's less than you would think, way less.
Looking at some of these options. 492 first February what?
Like
7th.
barely triple digits less. I'm not saying more.
Barely triple digits.
Barely triple digits. Constantinos, brother. That can get me in trouble. Miss you too, Chris. For real.
I'll look to buy some SPY calls for February 7th. The 492s, maybe a bit lower though.
Like, you know, I try to actually pitch a lot of these prop companies to white label our education. To say, hey, take the TRADEPRO course that actually creates successful traders and use it. And none of them really had interest. So why their education is not really a big factor, right? Because you just read between the lines. You do whatever you can to support your business. But
Yeah.
I think it's great for smart traders that come in and get a nice community around them that works, and then use it for prop trading. That's for sure. For sure, they're right. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the rant on that. It's just be careful, right? Because at a certain point, if you reach that too many times, you're better off just trading a micro solo dolo. A friend told me yesterday that a prop firm he's reset 50 times. Imagine that, Vicky.
How much is each reset?
Depends. Like I know a lot of them, but a lot of them offer like heavily discounted like subscriptions. But I don't know honestly.
Well, yeah, on your 10th reset, I'd give you a discount.
No, like they just like straight up like they have sales all the time because I think they know that people are just like resetting.
Yeah. $30 to $40 says Michael Shorts for Apex. 100 says Lanky.
I think that like there's decent good and like they do help you with the discipline factor for sure, and like if you do it right, there's good opportunity there. But like if you tilt right, then if you tilt that account, you're gonna tilt your own account.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, since we're getting into the rant a little bit, I was gonna hold the soft part off, but I think it's just like psychological damage that isn't accounted for, right? Because it's like you get this kind of sense like, bah, it's not my money, I'll just reset for $30-$40. And like if you kind of anchor that in your mind, like what happens when you have a rough day on live? Like let's say you get to the point where you do good, you have a rough day, you're not resetting for $30-$40, you've lost like $5K. Like the
mindset completely.
There is no reset. You know, no fucking reset. I wish I could reset. You know how many parts of my life I wish I could reset for $30? Holy crap.
That is true. Like I get that part too, but like I don't know. There's like good and bad with them for sure.
Exactly. It's not all rosy, but it's not all bad. There is definitely a time for it. I would just, you know how you have a trading plan for the market? I have a plan for your combines too. I'd say, you know what? This is how many resets I get. Like make a way to quantify and limit the supply of resets. It's not money based. It's your own strategy based. I'm gonna reset 4 times. If I don't qualify, it's not working. Then each time you're actually doing it, you're thinking this is 1 of 4 shots. Like you have to limit it somehow, right?
Like the thing is, you have to treat it as if you're treating like live capital realistically, and like there's like you can actually do something with it because like the trailing like high water mark is like 3K of like your highest account balance, which isn't like it's not a lot, but it's not like a little either, right? Like there's a lot of ways to play it, right? I know people that like they get multiple accounts and they mirror them, so they'll trade like micros and like they'll take like one trade a day, two trades a day, and if it's mirrored across like 10 accounts, right, it adds up a lot. There are right ways to play it. There are like right strategies to do it, and then there's also like wild west nonsense.
Yeah. If you're going to be successful trading one day, then I don't think going to combine or not going to combine is going to change that. You're going to find your way to that promised land because that's who you are. You know, like I just think it's for the new traders that kind of are a little deceptive in their goals and wishy-washy about what they really want to do, and that's who it hurts the most. Sadly, it's probably who makes them the most money too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you go into it like without something concrete, like there's it's like if you open up an account with 10K and you don't have anything concrete, the money's gonna fly away. Like same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like they advertise a 50K account, Simon. Like they 50K, like okay, if I let you buy one mini, what is that? Like 250 times 4,000 is technically how much it. If I tell you, okay, you could trade one mini on your account, you could calculate your value to be like, I'm a like $1 million funded trader. Like, yeah, you technically are, but it's really the margin these people put in their overnight facility that they get on their account, right? It's a margin. They're basically the margin for one account. They're not putting up any kind of money towards the total figure they give you. And then, yeah, like somebody said, the 2K trailing is important too. Really, that's your limit, your funding limit. But yeah.
Anyways, I'll look into that a little more, maybe create some content around that, but like the market's not really doing too much. I still kind of only care about like the levels that are under 35, to be honest with you. Like I don't really want to fade this.
Yeah, this market is boring. It's not really.
You know what I'll do? I'll get a Top Step. I'll get a guy from Top Step. I'll bring him on the podcast to like talk about it. But then I'll grill him with these actual questions. See how he responds. I'll do it. Be funny. Let's see. Maybe they have a good response. But yeah, I won't talk about that anymore. But it would be interesting content though, Vicky.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get Apex. That's what you guys are using. That's what we bring on.
Looking at this dumb, nothing crazy of value right now. Lower, please.
Top firms are legally allowed to hedge their risk. Like if their net book is long, I wonder if they can short on the market to neutralize. They probably could. Like trade against their clients.
Maybe, but like the majority, well, like pretty much everyone in their client book trades sim. Like I don't think there's any real accounts there other than this one that I know of.
Just one person.
No, not like one person. I mean like the actual like props. I'm almost sure that Apex, no one's allowed to trade with real money. It's all simulated.
Oh, I get it. Like even in the payout stage.
Yeah, they'll pay you out, but like it's not like you're trading real money.
I get it. They're not actually connecting your trade to the market. You're not showing up on order flow.
Yeah.
You're showing up somewhere else.
Showing up at the casino.
And as long as you're profitable, they pay you out? No way.
Yeah. I don't know how it exactly works, to be honest with you. I don't want to talk nonsense, but like those are just like bits and pieces of what people who are more versed than it have told me.
Like, okay, I know how it works for FX, like regular, even just a funded account, it works pretty similar. They have an A book and B book of clients, and the ones that are losers, they put on the B book, and they actually trade against them, and the A book clients get moved over, and they don't trade against them. They separate it. But there's laws, and then there's red tape stuff, and then there's how you want to manage your business. So yeah, you're right, Vicky. We're just speculating, really, at the end of the day. But I'm gonna try to get the Apex CEO on a podcast, have some fun, be nice to him, ask him some good questions, see what happens.
Every like lower press, attempted press, gets bid back up, which I do like for this long side.
Thanks, Ryan. That's good to know.
My God.
Daryl Martin is the CEO.
Damn, I had one more trade on me today.
Yeah, me too. Just waiting for the right location, honestly. It's not here. Maybe a bit lower. 32.
Sorry, guys. I don't have pings annoying. But Sierra.
Yes. Pullbacks to imaginary levels. Oh no, it's Fatty's Phantom 38. Shit. He's onto something.
I told you.
Sure, listen.
But I didn't take it. No, bro. I don't know what it is. I did well today. That's like 38 earlier and then 28 the second time around. I don't know. I might not put another trade on, honestly, unless it comes like really low where like I can just put my stop loss in a good place and call it. But yeah, not rushing to get long 37 now.
Yeah, man, like I do want to see a lower. These guys just
reading
like
all those comments. Really, it's. I didn't know that we have that much, going on in the community. A lot of you guys seem to have tried it like that. Just reading this. Oh yeah.
you
I
just
don't know about who's man.
keep like rotating back into this low 40 time and time and time again. The hell is this? Just looking at a few different things right now.
Email Daryl for a podcast invite.
From where?
Apex.
Oh, nice.
From Apex CEO. George will into this now.
Yeah. I'm curious. It's nice. It'd be a good chat. I'm not gonna like go in with any preconceived biases or.
It would because it brings your points about like their business model and to their consideration, your personal input. And the second thing is like a lot of people seem to have tried it and like they like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
And everything. So if there is benefit, if there is benefit involved for somebody new or coming into the business, then we definitely should be offering. But like I from all what is said, I don't have any experience with this, to be honest. I trade my own capital. From all what like was said here is like it's honestly very informative. I didn't know any of this.
Yeah,
Valuation, retest prices,
or somebody that's closer to the actual process, and it'd be actually very, very interesting. We could learn a lot from a psychology standpoint from them and their data set, and then most importantly, I'll ask what it takes to make your journey the shortest to being funded and successful based on what they've seen. I'm gonna extract positivity and tips out of it. I'm not gonna just invite them and bash them. I will ask them some of the tough questions, but not aggressively. All right, Daryl. Fuck me. It's not gonna be like that. I actually would love to learn from him because this model has exploded in this space.
It really has.
I don't know what to make of this. They're kind of getting trapped into this like mid-low 40, 43, 45 on the long side, but I personally want to be long. Like I think there's more momentum to the upside here. I didn't really get any of those fills.
Michael, no way. That's like you. Would you be down to do I could do a podcast where it's multiple people. Like we could do, or multiple even episodes from different angles, from like the representatives of one of these companies, and then one with you if you wanted to give insights into your experience both as a funded trader and your knowledge in the prop firm. If you're down, bro, shake hands right now. We'll do the podcast episode. It'd be great. I'd love to have you on it. Thank you for offering that. Hey, that looks like a firm handshake, bro. Even through an emoji. All right, man. I'll reach out. We'll get it going. Reach out today after the room. Sweet guys, this is what a community is about. I love you guys. It's great.
Holy shit, lawyers are expensive.
What's expensive?
Lawyers.
Buying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
There's a guy, like, not that the market's doing anything. I just got an email back from one of the tax guys because I'm looking to, like, move some of my shit to Europe. And first of all, the range he quoted me was insane. He's like, the hourly rate is generally between 320 to 1,500 bucks. I'm like, what kind of quadruple range is this?
Email, bro. Johnny Cochran from the grave.
Like, first of all, what kind of range is that? Second of all, 1,500 bucks an hour. What the hell are they gonna do to me? Crazy. Anyways, this thing continues to go up. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know, man. These areas, and I'm totally okay with like missing some of these moves, especially having some longs on. I'm not like pressed about this. I didn't necessarily want to chase. I should have chased though, like very close to the open, like 5-10 points off the open. I should have chased that one into like 32 or whatever the hell that was. I was just running some like micro movement, then like NAS, I guess, one NAS. Simon, I'll move it for you for 15 bucks. It's like tax lawyers, Simon.
I'll tax you. No problem.
See, this is the issue. I don't want to get taxed.
I'm moving away from taxes.
Like, I know anyone can tax me.
Wait till you talk to the Canadian lawyers, or is that who you're talking to?
Yeah, the
There's
Canadians.
tax, my brother.
The
You gotta punch
Canadians.
the ticket on the way out.
That's so stupid. They can
That's
go to
the
hell with
Canadian
that.
side, yeah.
This is what you do, brother. This is what you do. You spend all your Canadian money. You incorporate. You spend all your Canadian money on an asset. All right, and then you lose the asset. You move it to Europe, and then that's it. Sell that asset in Europe and start your new life.
It's funny you think I have Canadian money.
That's why he's charging $1,500. You're complicated.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Damn it, I missed the
this
long
shit,
too, man. I'm done. I'm just shutting down this podcast.
Yeah, I'm long options that I was mentioning, those February 7th calls, but like I'm like 2 micros left, and then the ES nothing here. I wanted the minis. I have NAS on, but I wanted these minis. Like, I was whining and bitching about into these like lower 30s. They trade 35, and then they start printing higher.
I missed it too, but honestly, I had 2 good longs on green. I don't care. It is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna get every tick, that's for sure. You wanna put up the
Never
early
lost a
exit?
trade I haven't taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll put the pull up. The early one.
Never made money on a trade I haven't taken either, but still break even.
Still big.
No one wants to be break even for the day until they're down. Then they're just like, I'll take it.
Stubbornly long today. Worked out for the most part. A video, yeah. My next video for members is going to be how to induce the prayer circle when you're in a trade, because that's the only thing that makes the market move in your direction. Everyone join hands.
That's what I call a good solid edge, Mickey.
There you go. Everyone join hands virtually. We're praying for this long to go into highs.
One strategy that doesn't fail. Step 1, take your left hand. Step 2, join it to your right hand.
There you go. And manifest the direction you want.
Beauties, bro. Love it.
So it's done.
That's what I call a solid edge. Oh my god, that's fun.
They're building up like decent positive delta into this like mid 40s I was mentioning earlier. They've pulled back a lot from it, but what's going on is they're kind of getting trapped into this area. You have a single print from the overnight session. We just completed this like small auction to complete. There's some resistance here realistically, but we're coming off of strong tech earnings. It's Friday. Like, I don't imagine this thing necessarily cratering into the end of the session. I think even if it does pull back, it'll probably just get bid back up. Apex is paying out millions. Yahoo Finance article. Very good poll results, by the way. Well, since 2022, Apex Trader Fund has issued over $24 million in compensation to customers with an average monthly compensation of $3 million since January 2023. The firm has seen the creation of over 215,000 accounts this year alone. This was written last year, August. Very active trading community has paid traders more in the last 90 days than the closest competition has paid in the last 3 years.
Fastest growing prop firm. They're the biggest name basically in this industry.
Yeah.
That's
Kenneth said they paid out $10 million last month. Wow, people are starting to get
that's huge.
Get the gist of Apex. I honestly might just buy this 44, 43 on us. Let's see. Let me see here.
300 went on the bid and like they got down ticked. It's not looking good for the buyers so in here right now.
Yeah, pull it back so I can get filled. This call option for Feb 27th, sniveling higher 15-ish%, but not crazy capital gains. This is one of those days buy the open and then just F off.
Yeah.
And sprinkle some micros long,
I'm gonna
honestly.
try one here, 41, 42. Sorry, what were you saying?
Just sprinkling micros on the long side into these, like, probably down to like 40 if it fills down there. I bought some into this 42. if you have any questions. I'm talking about Eastern European politics in Discord with some people. I'm not worried about getting filled, Michael. Like, I'd trade between 2 and like 5 minis realistically, and like maybe like 15 micros. It's not about getting filled, it's about the area that I want to get filled at, right? Because I have a hard stop that's what, 3 points, let's say. 3.5 points hard stop. So like, I want to get a good fill. I'm not going to buy 40, right, in the middle of like nonsense when I don't see anyone buying it. Right now, I kind of like, I'm not against the idea of buying like the 41-ish, but before I wanted to buy close to 32. So when it didn't trade down there, like I didn't necessarily want to chase it. It's just because I'm keeping in mind what the stop is, so I can have something like a fairly concrete entry.
I think I spiked myself out of this long so many times, it's probably just better to short it. But
I didn't fill there. I'm tapping out. Canceling these. Do you fill, Vic?
Micros
You're
only.
along too, right?
I sprinkled some micros in, but I don't mind filling like the ES Villa. Monster buy just opened up there.
Those came out.
Yeah, shit, I might try to get it on this, on the lungs here. It's kind of like, oh my god.
Please.
See, like in those scenarios, it wouldn't have been bad to just like mark it in. These guys are just gonna continue ripping higher. Let me just, I don't even know, check on some options here.
Just something I can get in on. Oh God.
I'm along the options right now.
Higher.
Like they're up like 35%, a bit more even. Micros up as well. From those like 43s, 42s. There's just constant buying. Like this is what I'm saying. I don't want to short this. I just send this thing to all-time highs, I guess. Just keep buying these dips. Next, well, this was a decent area. I don't know. I feel like with these minis, I've kind of been playing a shitty game today, but so I don't mind the micros. I can throw 3-point area. I'll sprinkle like 10 or so contracts and just let them rip. Look at this shit. We're about to come into that new high. I'm glad I bought those options at least so I'm not just holding my ass. NASDAQ breaking highs as well. One second. Listen, I'll be back in just a second. Someone's calling me.
like my charts froze, and I was trying to put up the full numbers. I'm telling you guys, give me a second to give you guys the full numbers until I put them. Sorry.
Pretty good
Am I
numbers.
still screen sharing? No, yeah, like the numbers are 90%
Ooh.
on live.
Nice.
Yeah,
90% of the room up live.
Like 90. Yeah, and same numbers as well, 80%. So great numbers, guys, for real. On both the last poll and the early exit, really good numbers. I don't know why charts just died. I need to reload this. But yeah, great stuff. Rick, you wanna do the wrap up? I can't really see where we're trading. Sorry, bro.
No worries.
Important for the wrap up.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Will I be active in the afternoon? Good question, but the answer is no. I'm done trading for the week. I'll do a wrap up for the trading days I've done every single day this week, and I'll send it to you. There's no point in being active. It's Friday, right? We're going into highs. I have options that are long on SPY. Have some micros running on this, and that's about it, right? Like, I don't like Friday afternoons. Like, don't want to trade this at all. Last Friday, I had one trade into the end of the session before I went out. But I don't want to stay around this long. I think it was a good day. I missed a few longs. Honestly, like, I didn't get like any mini longs off of the open when I was trying to get long. I feel like that's a sign in itself. I'm long one NASDAQ left, right? Like from that 280 that I gave you guys earlier on in the session that I was flipping on the long side from the short, and that's it. There's not really much else to do, so I don't want to like exhaust us on the afternoon session. But this is what we had. We had this plan today. We wanted to see the barrier into the 30-ish hold. They created a lot of volume into the lows right here, right, on the overnight. And this is what I really liked about this. I like this for the long side, and I wanted to see this thing continue. It took me out on the last lot on the pullback off the open, and then it started ripping, and I don't know. I guess I wasn't fully into it to get in and put risk on the minis, but this is the area that they need to hold out for the long side. This is what we were looking for, so I was just constantly trying to buy some of these dips. And when we saw, like, I don't know how many lots came in at 45, just thousands, that's where I started to just buy micros, honestly, because I can just have a wider stop. Ran into the 60, and right now, I think that we just continue. I think into the end of the day, we could print a new high, realistically. You want to see this 43 to 45 area hold on any pullbacks where this POC is, a shitload of volume created there to continue this momentum leg. I don't really want it too much below like 42, to be honest with you guys. So those are ideas into the end of the session. NASDAQ's still technically weaker than the S&P because it's not trading at an all-time high. But we start breaking through this 630, 640 area. I think they got another 80 points to the upside realistically. So that's mainly what I'm looking for on the day. That's what I want to end with, if you will. It was a good stream today. Thank you guys for joining us. Did really well on the poll, right? 90% of what's it called? 90% of the live traders today, right? Like, made money in the room, so that's really good.
Great session, guys. For real, the numbers are amazing, and you know, we kind of got sleepy after the open. I think the two trades that I did, like 38 and buying 28, were both pre-open. After the open, didn't really get on board with this long side, but you know, just keep the pivots in mind. Those like 28, if price gets below, you start getting skeptical about the long side. Honestly, really below 40. So yeah, that's all I got. George, you still here? I think, George.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm on mute. Thank you guys. It's fun. Another great day. Great way to end the week. Jeez, 90%. Super solid. Yeah, enjoy the weekend, everyone. Go out there, have some fun. Recharge his batteries, and then Monday we do it again. Vicky, Fady, thank you. Everyone else here as well. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Love, joy, happiness.
Take care, everyone.
Take care, guys.